So it is now the new front line of journalism safety because online violence is not virtual anymore. And women journalists sit at the risk of this. Women journalists, your colleagues from around the world, have received threats on sexual violence, even murder, threats of murder, and it's even extended to their families. Now, I've got here various reports that is very specific to you as a woman journalist. There is evidence here in the UNESCO report in 2021. These are free to download, except the unpublished report that's from Deakin University. And so, online violence against women journalists is moving offline with significant impacts. And this was a report in 2021, and we're in 2025. Now, when you look at the details of the UNESCO report, 900 women journalists from around 125 countries, they were surveyed. And this included our region here in Asia Pacific. 2.5 million social media posts were analyzed. Women journalists, according to this report, they face racism, bigotry, homophobia, misogynistic threats, and other forms of online violence as outlined in the report. For Fijian women journalists, and that was another study done in 2021, can you believe that 83 of your women colleagues surveyed said that they've already in 2021 experienced online harassment? Both studies concluded that the most place where women journalists get harassed is Facebook. The UNESCO report reported that both Facebook and X, Twitter, were primary conduit and labeled Facebook as unsafe. These social media tools were designed for a reason. However, they're all linked to data, algorithms, and business models. Algorithms, through its digital data, marginalize women because of their gender, race, and religion. A female journalist's voice is important for diversity. Thus, we need to incorporate algorithms that reflect our community values and into our online business model. How do we do that? Did you know that the UNESCO report said that most of the online harassment are also in the vernacular and in the local slang? And so content moderation tools need to be developed by those website users or providers to actually help with this. Now, the third study by Deakin University, it's unpublished. It just shows the connection between smartphones and access to the internet and how this has increased technology-facilitated abuse. And so it shows the relationship between domestic violence, family violence, and how it's aggravated by the use of smartphones and technology. And when I looked at the Fiji Bureau statistics, the survey that was done, 89% of Fijians have access to internet. 98% of Fijians have smartphones, out of which 97% are of rural population, and 98% for those of us that are here in the urban. And thus the statistics is almost the same between the urban and the rural population. But the patterns of trolling, deepfakes, hate speech, cyberbullying, intimate image abuses, online harassment, social media should actually motivate the Pacific employers to address gender violence of journalists. And this includes the comment section that was discussed in the UNESCO report, working with the Fiji online safety to deal with risks and third parties or social media providers, companies, the UNESCO recommendation. And what was interesting was both studies talked about the impacts of online harassment. There were medical there were physical and psychological mental health impacts. Some of the women had to miss work. Some had to self-censor. That is, they had to limit their social media interaction. Some ignored it and suffered silently. Some refrained from even pursuing certain stories. And when it comes to employment and productivity, some actually had to miss work to recover from the online abuse. And some, unfortunately, had to abandon journalism altogether.